Welcome to the Commonwealthpicker, and this is Kevin, and we're just going to do some shipping today, but I want to have a topic of conversation here that involves some of you, and most of the people watching this show so far are resellers themselves, and I want to ask you a question. Yesterday we talked about the Enema Man, if you saw that video, and I want to talk about some unique items that you guys have sold. So if you can come up with some unique items, I want you to put it in the comments below and tell me some strange stuff that you've sold. I've sold some strange things over the years for sure. But probably a few maybe a little bit more strange than Enema Man. A couple things that aren't really strange but are odd to be selling online. We sold some cappuccino from Sam's Club when it went out of stock, and we made quite a bit of money on that. A lot of the replacement pieces for different items that are kind of odd, but I don't have anything that's extremely odd that we've sold, but I have heard some stories and seen some things online. So I'm just wondering if any of you out there have a unique story of something that you've sold online that might make us laugh a little bit. So we did have some decent sales. We sold $202 worth of stuff. Probably profit on that was pretty heavy, actually, close to about $160, I think. So pretty good margin right there. Pretty happy with that. But I had to ship a couple out last night. They sold after we did the video, and I'm going to just show you a few little leftover items that sold today, and then we're going to talk about some things that are coming in, some pictures that I'm going to take today, and take a look at. So let's take a look at what sold today. Sold some Fiesta ware. I think those are 7-inch plates, maybe. Some more of the leftovers of what we had bought. Me and my wife had bought at a yard sale not too long ago. We're already well into the profit. Kind of a pain to ship those, of course, but we are going to probably get I think we got $16 for that, and it's already free. It's already well into the profit. So we sold this shirt. It was recently dry cleaned. It was a Brooks Brothers shirt. Sold for $22 or $21.88. It was a Goodwill find for $3.99. Should be an $11 or $12 profit on that item. A Nike running shirt that's been around for a while. I think Blue Ridge Mama bought this one. It's a men's XL, I believe, double XL. And I can't remember right offhand the selling price on that one. I want to say it was close to $20, but I don't have my computer up and running, so we'll have to check that later. Salty Dog hat I bought for $1, maybe 50 cents, and it sold for $12.80, free ship. Had a decent little return on investment. So let's see. There's the old Enema Man. So I want to know if you guys have any of those unique items out there that you've sold. And I'll try and think of some as I'm going through and see if I can remember any of the strange ones that I've sold. A lot of people do videos on the most expensive items they've sold and all that, but I want to do the most unique items. So I'm going to show you some items that came in. These are kind of the last leftovers I pulled out of the trunk of my car from the last time I was out yard sailing. I've already listed these three. I don't know why I like ashtrays so much, but these are inserts. I've sold a few lately. I'll probably list them for around $10 or $12, maybe $13 plus shipping. I'm not sure. Depends on the type, but most of them will get at least 10, and I usually pay about 50 cents for them. So when it's all said and done, it's about a $8 profit. I've got two very similar ones, a little bit different. They're both cigar. You can see by the width of the ashtray right there, but I'm sure you could use just about anything in there. This one I listed a little bit more, I think $15 plus shipping, and it says House of Representatives on it. Obviously it's vintage because I don't think they're smoking in the house anymore, but this one's either cigarette or cigar. It's got the cutout for both, so paid $1 for that one. Some more ashtrays, which I'm going to take pictures of and list today. This is from the Joyce Junk. I paid up on this one because I thought it was so cool, $3.50, and it's just a unique looking one. I'm not sure, probably won't be able to find that one out there. No markings that I saw anywhere, so I'll have to see how much I can get for that one. Here's a unique one. I don't know. My guess is 60s on this one. Maybe y'all can tell me out there. I think this was, let's see what we got, 50 cents. Is that what it says? Yep, 50 cents. I thought I paid 50 cents for that one. So that's an interesting one. It does have a few markings, probably homemade. ARNEIS. I'm not quite sure, but it's probably homemade. Who knows? But maybe not. At any rate, we'll list it and sell it at some point. This one is an interesting one. It is made in Israel. Lapid, made in Israel by Leah. Hand painted. I think I paid $2 for that one. I'm not sure what it's worth. Maybe put it out there, and I bet we can find some comps on that one and see. What else did we get? Here's another Joy's Junk Buy. $3.50 for P90X. I buy these often. If you're a reseller out there, I'm sure you do as well. This one had all the discs. They look like they were in good shape. The price on this has definitely gone down, but you're still looking at a probably $20 profit on that. This one was I think it was in a box of free remotes, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. I'm not quite sure. A Korg CA20 chromatic tuner. And I haven't even looked this one up, so maybe you could tell me in the comments what it might be worth. I haven't looked this one up either. A Garmin. This looks like it's a heavy little thing, I guess you put on your dashboard, and you put your GPS in it. Paid 50 cents for it. Probably not a high rate seller there. But you probably get $10 plus shipping out of it. Maybe it'll sell at Christmas or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll use it. We'll see. So, not a terrible item. A couple more. Let's see, we got another bunch of ashtrays. I think there's more out there, too. There's some blue ones out there in the other room that I need to sell as well. Maybe I've already listed those. I can't remember. Some green ones. These were 50 cents for both. And then there were some similar blue ones as well. So, they'll sell. Not for big money, but they'll sell. And for some reason, I can't pass up ashtrays. Got some Sperry topsiders. Look like they were in good shape for a couple of bucks. Looks like they're brand new, actually. Maybe not brand new, but they're darn close. I didn't even look. I just opened up the box. And pretty decent little one. What's the size on there? They're $39.99 original, so they're not high priced. 5.5 boys, so it's not a great one, but for a couple bucks we'll make 10-15 bucks on that for sure. Here's an item, a little bolo item right here. I've probably sold, if I've sold one, I've sold 50 of these, maybe more. It was one of the first items I ever bought out of a Goodwill to resell, and it's a super shooter, and I think I paid $2 for this one. I don't see a sticker on it. It doesn't have a box to go with it, unfortunately. But these will sell. Usually what I do is I have a special place. I put them in a drawer until about October. And these super shooters will sell October, November, early December, when people are inside and making cookies and all that stuff. One thing you got to check for is make sure they have all the little discs inside there. You'll see them in there. Make sure they have all those. If they don't, sometimes, if you want to piece these out, part these out, these will make you some good money as well if you just part them out. You can sell off the tubes. There's a little screw in there. You can sell off the pieces, and you can make your money that way if the item isn't working. They're pretty low priced this time of year, so they're not going to make a ton of money, but they will eventually make your money back for sure. Go ahead and put this up here for a minute. All right, some of y'all asking about that. That's thanks to Deals and Dives helped me find that one. So we got one up there too. All right, and this one was my boy was at yard sale with me, and he found this box full of remotes, and there's a free box of golf club head covers, some old vintage golf club head covers, and then there's a few more down in this box right here. Not in great shape, but believe it or not, guys, those will sell. I'll do a video on those. I bet I make $1,000 a year selling golf club head covers, and some of them are in really poor condition, and they still sell. I guess all the OCD people out there who lose a club head cover and they can't use a generic one. Now, we haven't looked up any of these remotes, But if you're a reseller, you know that remotes sell well. And audio, TV, VTR, LDP. This is a Sony. This box, I think my boy paid $3 for this whole box. And we haven't looked any of them up. Some of them are pretty generic, but they'll still bring decent value because they're OEM type items. That's a Sony DVD. This one's a GE. I have no idea what that's to. Looks like maybe a VCR. Yeah, VCR at the top there. VCR. Get that to focus. I don't know. There's a few more in there. There's another Sony. So we'll look those up and see if we can use them. I have another tub full of, you can see it's a little dark over here. Another tub full of remotes. Got some water filters that I bought at that Joyce Junk for about $1 a piece, I believe. Some of the bigger ones were $2. Yeah, there's $2 right there. And that box alone should make over $100 in profit. So I'm pretty happy with that. This was unique. This is a little bolo item. We'll talk about this for a second. I need to clean it a little bit. This Gatorade bag. And it's got a little bit of rust on the knobs there. And I paid $1 for this guy. See if I can find it here. 1996. A Gatorade bag, and it's got NBA on one side, Gatorade on the other. And so, let's see if I can set it down and let you look at it. It says sport. Life is sport. Drink it up. And this is the kind of thing, if I can clean up that rust off of there, which I think I can, you know, this might be a $40 item, which I'm pretty pleased with. That's kind of one thing y'all need to be looking for, is find those items. Here's another example, where the people who are coming of age, you know, it's not, a lot of people who are in their 60s, you know, they might not be wanting to spend a bunch of money throwing a fixed income out there on stuff that reminds them of their youth, unless they have it, of course, and if they have it, they're going to spend it. But those people just coming up, you know, people at this point into their 30s who have a little bit of extra money to spend, that are going to start to reminisce and be romantic about their past. And the 90s are starting to come into fashion. The 80s obviously are as well. So there's a couple little things to be paying attention to, even if they're, you know, outside of your generation. Here's a little Aladdin. Probably piece out the cup and the stopper. Bought it for 50 cents. Ended up making $8 or $9 on it. I don't even know. I didn't look this one up. Paid a couple bucks for it, but it's a salt and pepper shaker. Scottinger silver treasures. I'm sure they're silver plate or something like that, but these Nutcracker probably sell well at Christmas. Salt and pepper shakers, got little hats on them. A neat little item. And then a Malibu timer, which we didn't pay this much for it, but this is a good one. I sold one of these yesterday, and that should sell probably for around $30 plus shipping is my guess, maybe $25. And then I bought a master's chair, which I think I left out in the other room, so I'm going to grab that, maybe show it to you on another video. Just want to say thanks for joining me, and I know I've been under the weather a little bit lately, but hopefully we'll get back out there and do some yard sailing this weekend, so show you some new finds. And if you would subscribe and do me a favor and leave a comment. I want to see some interesting things that you guys have bought, something a little bit more interesting than a plush enema, I hope. So at any rate, subscribe and hit the thumbs up for me, and have a nice day.